Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. Today was a crazy drop, especially in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ got obliterated. We had the Qs down almost $7, $6.98, almost 2.5%. SPY closed the day down $3, which is 0.9%, but NASDAQ got obliterated. Today, I closed the day and realized profits up about $80, made 182 on Apple, lost 80 on AMD, and lost 19 on Gamestop. Now, Gamestop, I'm gonna go into my trades here. So if you made money today, comment below, got paid. If you lost money today, comment below, learned a lesson. If you could do me a big favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo and let me know what you're trading below tomorrow. Let's see what we can do. We work better as a team. It's us versus Herd. So let's go. So Gamestop, I traded the earnings. I was trading an Iron Butterfly, and let me pull up this trade here. I was short the 17 strike. I was short the 17 call and put. I was long the 12 put, long the 22 call. I got a $3 credit, bought back for $3.20 debit. And GameStop, I mean, they posted a revenue miss, about a 30% drop. I wasn't sure looking at GameStop at open like what was going to happen. Came all the way down here to 13.23, popped back up. So I closed this right at open. It was like 13.70. I mean, I guess I could have held on to it. I mean, GameStop right now, let's see what that position would have been worth at the, let's see here, at if I still had this position on. So I was short the 12, bought the 12, bought the 22. Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't have made any money on this. I would have been down a little bit more. Not bad. You know, I bought it back for $3.25. It's now worth $3.35. So would have lost an additional $15. So in terms of earning, I think it was definitely worth the risk because of my risk. My risk was $200 to make $300, and I lost 19. So I mean, at the end of the day, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. It just went right at my expected move. Now AMD, you know, today I was actually done trading. I'm gonna go through my trades here and show you kind of what I'm looking at for tomorrow, just to be prepared for. Now AMD was pretty interesting to me today. So AMD, I was done trading by, as you can see here, 9:55. I did put on a credit spread. I'll go over that in a second. But I was done day trading by 9:55 a.m. Before 10 a.m., I was done day trading. Now AMD, I bought 5 of the 92 calls and puts at 923. AMD, everything was going well. AMD. Let me pull up the 15-minute chart here. Actually, let's pull it up here. Actually, let's look at the 15-minute chart and the 5-minute chart. 15-minute chart, and then I'm gonna pull up this 92 put. I lost. Let's see here. I lost $80 on it, which was roughly about 8% or so. So not huge. But what happened? Let's look at the option pricing here. Let's look at the 5-minute chart here on the option pricing. So here's the contract that I was trading, just to kind of line it up with you. So I paid $1.61. So I got great pricing on this earlier in the day. And as you can see here on the 5-minute, I was trading mostly the 5-minute. I'll zoom in on this right here so you can kind of see what I was dealing with. I entered right around here. It was at 9:23. So 9:23. I entered right here. Now at 9:23, it went up to 9:83, and then I was up about $50. Okay, I was up about $50. Now the interesting thing was they dropped the bid and the ask. You can see it didn't really move that much, but for some reason on AMD, the bid and ask was roughly like 4 cents when I was in. It was like going for like $1.64, $1.60. For some reason, right in this time frame, right here before the drop, the bid was evaporated. It went down to $1.50. So now there was a 20 cent, like the ask was like $1.70. The bid was $1.50. Now the bid just dropped out. And this is kind of what spooked me out of the trade. I'm like, where did all the buyers go? Where's the bid? Where did it go? Why did it drop like that? And as you can see here, look, it went from $1.74 right down to $1.50. which I closed at $1.45, thankfully, because it came down here. But what this was a major shakeout, because you can see here, the reason why I exited the trade wasn't that it went against my stop loss. My stop loss was actually like down in here, but I was looking at the bid-ask spread and wondering, where did the buyers go? Are they expecting a bigger drop? And sure, yeah, we did get a bigger drop today, but look what they did after they shook it out. They evaporated the bid. You know, we had like a 10 to 20 cent bid-ask spread on the 92 calls and puts, and I was looking at the other contracts, and the bid and ask wasn't that wide, and it wasn't that wide when I put the trade on. And then they ripped it down just barely, just down to 92.16. So we didn't even break 92. My stop was at like $92, but I was more concerned that we were going to get like a fast drop because the bid just got, you know, demolished. But what did they do? So I took an $80 loss. They rip it up to 94.5. These would have been 100% gainer. So instead of taking an $80 loss, would have been an $800 winner. Now, you know, you just don't know. The only reason why I got out is because I saw the bid-ask spread. It was not going well. You know, I didn't understand why that happened. So like for me, when I don't understand why something happens when I'm in a trade, I just exit because I can always get back in. Now, I could have got back in when it broke here, but I didn't because I thought maybe it was another trap, because they set a trap for me. They ripped it up. I didn't want to get trapped twice. So what I did then is I rotated into Apple. Apple actually worked out relatively well earlier this morning. Apple, let's see here. This morning on the 5-minute chart, I was just trading some of this chop here. Apple worked out pretty well. I was trading 10 contracts at a time. I was trading the 124 call and the 125 call. And as you can see here, I made $120 and I made another 62 on the 25 calls. Just trading this chop in here. And thankfully, like, I didn't try to press my luck. I thought that Apple was gonna break out to once it hit 125.50 and I was gonna re-enter, but it never did. And then as you can see here, it completely fell apart, you know, on basically the stimulus news. And the stimulus news, there's gonna be no relief. They stall out again. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck, they rejected the latest Trump administration offer, which did not include extra jobless benefits. Like, I don't understand what the big deal is here. Why can't we just come together for the American people and just get something done? But apparently that's a bit too much to ask. So here we are. You know, I don't know, you know, I'm not going to get political, but it's just not, whatever's happening here isn't working out. And we know that it hasn't worked out, which I'm just actually really surprised on why the market is reacting in this way. Like, you know, we know there's going to be no deal. We know there's no help coming, but, you know, tech got slaughtered. You know, I'm looking at SPY today, you know, going into tomorrow, like, okay, how bad is it? What are we doing? I didn't want to buy the dip. And then, you know, once that news come out, I didn't want to short and get, you know, have a V-shaped recovery or anything like that. We never did. So I kind of took the rest of the afternoon off, was just kind of chilling, seeing what's happening. You know, today on SPY, we came down to the 10-day moving average. Now we're going to move below. We're going to push up from here. Not sure. You know, swinging calls. You know, probably a lot of people are swinging calls. So when the market changes, I mean, this is the most violent day we've had in a long time. You know, we've kind of been grinding up and just gapping up every day, just kind of coasting. You know, in December is what it is. And, you know, today we actually saw some action, but still, SPY volume only just tapped 75 million. Didn't even go over 100 million or anything like that. You know, unlike back in here where on November 9th, we're at like 170 million on this big red day here. You know, we had a pretty decent sized red day here, but, you know, we're only at 75 million. So pretty low volume overall. So I just was kind of seeing where things are going. You know, if I was smart, I would have probably looked at the earnings calendar, probably bought some calls in Costco, maybe Lululemon, to kind of get a run up here, because Costco has earnings tomorrow. Probably could get a little pop back up to 380. Probably would have been a good play. Came back down here to the support area, 373, 370 area. Already popping up after hours here. Lululemon came in at you know, hit 361s, popping up. So, you know, these got axed. You know, these got axed. I mean, other companies like Square took a big hit today. I didn't trade this. I've been trading Square all week long, and it's been good for me. But today, I mean, when it hit 220, came back down to 207. I mean, this was crazy, crazy, crazy. And then on Facebook, I was actually eyeing a credit put spread on Apple earlier today, but I didn't do it because I just felt like it was too risky. It was too risky. And then the FTC news comes out, slams Facebook, saying they have a monopoly. 48 states are coming together. They could be splitting up Instagram and WhatsApp. I mean, this is some serious stuff for Facebook. This is back in the Microsoft days when they were claiming there was a monopoly. Now they're coming for Facebook, and I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here, but it does impact the stock price. But Facebook, I mean, it came all the way down to 271 on the news, popped right back up to 280. I was looking for a credit put spread around 275, 270, kind of playing this into January. But with this FTC news, I'm probably going to stay away because there's probably going to be more bad news on the way for Facebook, is why, I overall stayed away. Now, Dash IPO. Dash came out with an IPO today. I mean, it was up enormous. It's supposed to debut at like $100 a share. It came out $182 a share. It closes at $189 right now. I mean, just crazy. So, I mean, this kind of sets up. Airbnb's coming out this week as well. I'm not buying any of these stocks for now. I'm just kind of wait and see what happens and see if, we get this out, because I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, whoever got filled here, I mean, probably sitting right and probably sold these candles here, but I mean, this was crazy. I don't know if you got to fill on some shares here below 180 or 175 or even 170. Leave a comment below. Let me know. If you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button. But going into the Qs, looking at the NASDAQ, this thing just bled all day. And on the Qs, again, this just came down to the 10-day moving average. I mean, this thing, we've been running hot. So, pullback is expected. I definitely didn't think it was going to be news induced. I thought pullback would just be more natural, but it caused a news event to actually pull this down. Now the market didn't crash or anything, but there was a pretty big sell-off today. Probably should have just traded some puts today, but I was green today. I didn't want to push it. I lost on AMD after they got shook out, so I kind of left the bad taste in my mouth, and I came back to green on Apple, so I'm like, all right, let's just leave. CRM, though, I did open a credit put spread on CRM. I do like it here at 220, so what I did on CRM is I entered the 220, 210 put. I got a 432 credit, so I'm in January on CRM. Right in here, I'm in January. Right now, 220, 210. So this is what I'm trading right now. I got a 432 credit for that. And then I'm still in December 18th expiration, but this was an earnings trade. So this is probably not going to work out unless the market helps me out a little bit. But it doesn't seem, if looking at CRM, CRM's a little bit in a tough spot here. So I sold another spread down in here, hoping we get another push back up to like the 230 area. And we can kind of go about it that way. But other stocks, I mean, just got axed. NIO was down. LAZR down. I mean, just getting hit. Roku actually closed green, which was surprising, but it hit 328, came down to lower 300. I mean, this was a sell off. I mean, I do think Roku's extremely high right now, but that was brutal. Which, I mean, the only bad thing about today is that it's going to really increase the premiums up. So that's why I didn't really want to enter into too many swing trades, because I'm like, okay, if this is a couple day sell-off, I think the market's going to recover. But if this is a couple day event, I don't want to be stuck in the middle. I just kind of want to take it easy. I'll play the recovery in a day trade, because we are in December. A lot of crazy things could happen. Futures are rolling over. End of year stuff. We're going to be going into January. Things going to ramp up. We're going to be kind of stalled. I mean, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. So just trade very cautiously. So if you watch this video to the end, comment, watch to the end. And as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.